Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this creative looping animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin but with the help of simple, cool and tips and tricks. And if you want to learn more about logo animation and other stuff, then don't forget to check out my logo animation course. Link is available in the description. And if you are new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's create a new composition first. We are going to call it as animation, but not main animation like always we do. And for this one, width I'm going to choose 180, height also choose 180, frame rate is 30 and duration is 30 seconds. And background color we are going to choose white color for this one. Simply hit OK and hit OK. Then go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on title selection. Then I'm going to select my pen tool and we are going to delete this wheel. We don't need that, so simply hit delete. And for the stroke width I'm going to choose stroke color is black and stroke width we are going to choose 24, and from here to here let's say we are going to create one stroke. Okay, just like this, and let's choose 30 pixels over here like this. Now select the stroke layer and let's go inside this, go to the add menu and we are going to choose trim path. Go to the trim path and let's make this start value 100, create one keyframe at start and one keyframe at end. Zoom in a little bit, go to around let's say 1.10 frames. Let's make this end value 0 and start value somewhere around like 41 or let's say 40. Okay, so if you see this now you will get this kind of animation. Let's select this end value and we will move this keyframe, or instead of that let's select the start values and we will select the start keyframes and we will move them over here and select those keyframes and we will hit F9. So if you see this animation now you will get this kind of stuff. Then go to the graph editor, select this graph. First of all right click and make sure that you are in edit speed graph. Select this and by holding shift we will move this stuff over here. So if you see this now we are going to get something like this. Then go to the shape options, go to the stroke and in line cap instead of butt cap I'm going to choose round cap. So we will get something like this. Also in stroke width let's create one keyframe and hit U. Go to the last one and create another keyframe, go to the start and let's make the stroke width 0. So if you see this now you will get something like this. Now select the stroke width and hit F9. Go to the graph editor, select this and move this handle over here. So if you see this animation now you will get something like this. Select this and move this over here. So you will get this kind of animation. Okay, now select the shape layer, press R for rotation, alt click on the stopwatch, open square bracket and close square bracket. Inside that type rotation, then open square bracket and close square bracket. Inside that type 0. After that type plus and then let's say type 20 star index and hit deselected. So this is our expression that we need to copy. Now select the shape layer, press Ctrl Shift C and let's call it as line, let's say 01 and hit OK, and select this line 01 and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it and simply bring this at the top. Now double click to open this, select the shape layer, hit U, go to the last keyframe of stroke width and instead of 20 we are going to instead of 30 we are going to choose 20. Select the shape layer, go to the effect and presets panel and we are going to choose white color. Hit Ctrl K to open the project settings and we are going to change the color of this one to black. Okay, so if you see this stuff we will get something like this. If I see this animation I'll get this kind of stuff. Now hit go inside this line 01. Let's adjust it over here, go inside this. Now if you press R over here, as you guys know that we have applied this expression, so all we need to do, we need to hit Ctrl D until unless we are going to get this perfect circle of this line. So if you see this now we will get something like this. Okay, similarly in the over here hit Ctrl D several times until unless we are gonna get complete circle. Now go to the start, zoom in a little bit, hit page down button one time, select all of them by hitting Ctrl A, Hold Alt, close bracket, right click, keyframe assistance, sequence layers, and hit OK. Okay, zoom out a little bit and let's increase the duration. So if I see, I'll get this kind of animation. Same procedure we will follow for this one also. Go to the start, hit page down button one time. By hitting Ctrl A, select all of them, hold Alt, close bracket, and right click, keyframe assistance, sequence layers, hit OK, and simply increase the duration. So we will get this kind of animation. Let's go to the animation over here, zoom in a little bit. Let's go to around 5 seconds and we will select the first layer and we will move this over here. So if I see this now, I'll get this animation something like this. Okay, now select on both the layers, press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as lines. Now after that, I'm gonna go and select my rounded rectangle over here. Go to the fill options and we are going to choose white color for now. And for the stroke width, stroke color, I'm going to choose red color, and stroke width, I'm going to choose 20. And simply double click on this rounded rectangle and go to the rectangle and rectangle path, and let's increase the stroke roundness to 8 like this. Okay, then go to the start, press S, create one keyframe over here, go to around 1 second, create another keyframe, and go to the start, go over here and increase the scale width somewhere around like this. Select those keyframes, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph, let's move this handle over here. So we are gonna get something like this. Okay, let's close these lines. Now press Ctrl K to open the project settings, and we are going to choose black color over here. We will select the shape layer and we are going to delete the stroke width. We don't need that. Okay, so if I see this animation now, I'll get something like this. Let's go inside this and let's do one thing. We will go to the content, so rectangle path, and we will increase the roundness of this rectangle. Now hit U, select this and increase the stroke width, not stroke width but size of this, and let's move this over here and go initially and increase the size of it, so we'll get something like this. Okay, now select both of these layers, press Ctrl Shift C, and we are going to call it as animation 1. Now click on this icon and convert this layer into 3D, press R for rotation, and let's see, but we are getting some problem here. So to fix that, let's go inside this, select this and convert this layer into 3D, go inside this line, select this layers and convert this into 3D, so we can simply rotate it. Okay, now hit U or go inside this, hit U, select this and increase the scale a little bit, so it will come inside this. So if I see this now, press R for rotation, let's make this 0 as it goes somewhere around like this. Create one keyframe at Y and hit U and goes a few frame forward, and let's make this somewhere around, let's say -90, so it will come like this, and select those keyframe and hit F9. So if you see this now, we will get this animation and then we'll get this rotation. So go to the graph, select this, hold shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here. So if you see this now, we'll get this and then this. If you want, then at this point you can select this and move this layer over here. Okay, now select this animation, hit Ctrl D, select this layer and let's simply hit U so we can see all the keyframes. Select this layer and let's move this over here like this, and select this layer, go to the effect and presets panel and search for tint effect to apply and swap this color. Okay, so if I see this now, I'll get something like this, and instead of that, let's select this and move this over here, so it will come over here. Now I'm going to select this first layer, hit Ctrl D, bring this at the bottom, again in middle of that I'm going to select this and I'll move this over here, hit U. Similarly over here I'm going to select this second layer, hit Control D, and let's move this over here and try to bring this in the middle of it. Now from here I'm going to hit B, so my animation should start from here. Then I'll go few frames forward, then this should end at the start of this one, so I'll hit N over here. So if I see this animation now, I'll get something like this. But over here, as you guys can see, we are getting this kind of discontinuation. So to fix that, what we can do, first of all, let's do one thing. As you guys can see, the background is black over here. So first of all, we need one black background. So press Ctrl Y and choose black background and simply bring this backward like this. Okay, and now at this point I'm going to select this and I'll press Ctrl Y to create one white background, and I'll move this over here, and this should start a little bit later, somewhere around, let's say. Okay, let's do one thing. We will select this white background and we will move this over here. Let's delete this black background. It should be over here. And when this layer is going to start, we will add again black background. So choose black background over here, and we will move this over here like this. So now if I see this animation, I'll get this kind of continuous looping animation. And if you want to do another stuff, you can simply hit Ctrl N, and now you can call it as main animation and hit OK, and hit Ctrl 0, and you can simply bring your animation comp over here. Sorry, hit Ctrl K. I have forgot to change the size. Width is 1920. So let's select this, press S for scaling animation, so you will get something like this. Press Ctrl K to open the project settings and change the color of this one to red, so we can easily get this over here like this, and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, or instead of that, simply go to the effect and presets panel and search for CC reptile effect and double click to apply. Let's decrease the size of this one. Go and increase the right expansion, left expansion, down expansion, and up expansion. Okay, and now let's close all of this and double click to open this animation. And as you guys can see, our animation is starting from 2. So in main animation, I'll hit B over here. Then our animation is ending somewhere around at 6 seconds. So I'll go to the main animation and I'll hit N over here. So if I see this stuff over here, I'm gonna get same looping animation. And change the, instead of repeat, you can choose any kind of structure, like I'm going to choose twist or something like this. So this is how you can create this kind of looping animation pattern inside of After Effects. And if you want, then you can also decrease the size of it a little bit, and you can expand it right, expand it left like this, so you will get this kind of looping animation.